What is up, guys? Orbital-Pilot back here once again in the world of Warthunder, and this obviously is going to be a little bit of a different video. This is going to be a Let's Talk video where I just talk about recent news and my opinion on what's going on now. If you're not interested, obviously you've seen the title. If you're not interested in this, go ahead and watch my normal gameplay video, which should be out nearly a couple minutes apart from this one. So go ahead and watch that one instead. But if you are interested, or at least kind of interested, and you don't know what has been going on with Toby Turner and Tobuscus and everything, just, stick around and see what I have to say. Now, obviously, I'm not a big YouTuber, so people don't really care what I say. But I do kind of just want to put my view out there because I have been subscribed to, Toby Turner and Tobuscus and everyone for a very, very long time. Probably since early 2010. I've been watching his content. I've seen, his high points, his low points. I mean, everything that he's put on YouTube, I've mostly seen. Now, obviously, saying that is kind of like saying, yeah, I know actor. I saw him play in a movie. It doesn't tell you who that person is. Now, I try very, very hard to be the exact same person, when I do these kinds of videos, and when I'm in real life. Obviously, though, I am much, much, much smaller than any big YouTuber, so that's probably much easier for me than it is for other people. So if you guys don't know what's going on right now, Toby Turner was accused on Tumblr by a girl named April If. I think that's how you say it. That's how I'm going to say it. And she posted a huge kind of 5-paragraph thesis essay on the truth about Tobuscus, trigger warning, abuse, rape, drugs, pretty much everything terrible. Basically what she was saying is that she met Toby Turner at, in E3, and went through all this stuff and dated him and kind of got pushed into things that she didn't really want to do. Saying that she was sexually assaulted and everything, drugged, and all this terrible, terrible stuff. Now, originally when I saw this, of course, me being subscribed to this guy for 6-7 years, obviously I was going to be biased towards him. He's an awesome guy, supposedly, but that's only what I see in front of the camera, so who knows how realistic that really is. But of course I was going to be biased towards him, and I'm trying to take that completely out, because obviously, like I said, I don't know behind the camera. So this could be real. This could be false, and there's been a lot of videos up right now supposedly saying that, yeah, he's not the best boyfriend. He has had some problems with, drugs and stuff. But that's not really for me to decide. That's personal information. That's what really kind of made me mad about this whole thing is, if you have been sexually assaulted before, or if you've been any kind of assaulted, whether it be physical or emotional, or if it's something that bad, don't go online. Go to the police. Go to the authorities. Let them know. Learn. I understand how that can be extremely hard. Easier said than probably done. But going online and writing this huge thing, especially on kind of a site like Tumblr, where people are known to kind of, be like this. I'm not pushing stereotypes or anything, but Tumblr's kind of known for this kind of stuff. Especially a couple years later, because, if something does happen, it's going to be harder to prove years later than it is right there. But also, if it's not true, if this whole story is fake, if it's just for publicity, it's very, very easy to ruin a whole person's career, image for literally the rest of their lives. So, if it's not true, don't put it online. Even if it is true, this is obviously very, very personal stuff. So I don't know why she would go and put this online. Even if, she felt like, she was extremely abused and everything. It's personal stuff. Don't put this stuff online. It's not for the public to know. And obviously, right now, there are huge flame wars going between, Tobuscus fans and April's fans, and a lot of people are going to be very, very biased towards who they like. Now, of course, me being a Tobuscus fan, I don't want this to be true. I would hate for this to be actually true, considering I kind of idolized him when I was 10 or 11, or 12, however long ago it was. He was just starting out. He was a really cool guy, at least in front of the camera. And so why would I want this to be true? But I mean, this really has no proof. I mean, she said that she was assaulted and sexually assaulted and drugged. I think she did. Actually, I know she did post some pictures of text on Tumblr of screenshotted text. But I mean, people just kind of screenshotted text should not be considered proof. I mean, those things are not hard to fake, especially something as popular as the iPhone, where there's literally like text making programs where you can make it say stuff. I've had to create fake text just for projects and stuff. It's not difficult to do, especially if someone's good in Photoshop. It's not a hard thing to do. So people don't take that as absolute proof that Tobuscus did this or whatever of this. There's most people that have made videos, or especially people that have dated him, have said came out and said, he may not be the best boyfriend. He may have a problem with some drugs, but they didn't feel like they were sexually assaulted or that he was a rapist or anything. Maybe just he's not a good boyfriend. But in this story, she really pushes him to be like this terrible rapist, chainsaw massacre person. And that's going to be really, really hard for his future image. Now, originally, I'll be completely honest, when I originally saw this whole thing, I immediately thought it was a publicity stunt. It kind of explains why, all of a sudden this is just coming out right now. We all know Tobuscus isn't as popular as he was 3 years ago. And there's that saying that any attention is good, even bad attention. For making, just for making, getting attention. I mean, look at politicians. If they may say something terrible, racist, or it doesn't matter. But look what they get. They have a ton of attention now, probably way more than they did before. Now, I don't really think that's what it is. At least I hope not, because that would just be bad. But I mean, she really kind of fantasizes him as this terrible, terrible person. And of course, we know he came out and made this video where he was saying all these false accusations are they're not true. And my main concern is, if you've ever been attacked like this, and you have a lawyer, you don't want to come out here and just start a flame war, especially on the internet. So that's what made me go towards that publicity stunt. Is I think most lawyers would have said, don't say anything yet. I mean, wait until proof or something is shown in court. I'm not sure if this is going to go to court, but it probably will, especially if she pushes for this further. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think Tobuscus is the true person that we see in front of the camera, but that's true with so many people. That's like saying an actor just based on the movies that he's played. Obviously, those movies are a different character in each one. That doesn't mean that they're going to act like that in real life. And the same thing kind of applies to YouTube. Although on YouTube it's supposed to be you, it can kind of be a fantasized version of you, or the best image of you. And that's, I think, kind of what we have right here. But of course, this could be completely false. I mean, something could come out tomorrow and completely prove me wrong, and prove April wrong, or completely prove her wrong, and prove him right. So we will see where this goes. I mean, I don't understand why she didn't go to the police directly and waited so long and put this on the internet. I mean, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, she ends it by saying he's not a hero, he's not a role model, he is a sick, sick man, because she had seen his toy in the Toys R Us. I mean, the whole thing just kind of seems ridiculous. But I could be very, very wrong. So we're gonna see where this goes. So guys, that's my opinion on the whole subject. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Um, Obviously, if new information comes out, this will be dated information and no longer be relevant. But, that hasn't happened yet. So guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought in the description below, and I'm sorry, in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.